Hello, I'm Gavin from the CS team, and today we're going to be talking about how to understand the bot insights and what to actually do with that information, how to make the required changes to see the significant improvements. So let's first of all go to conversion insights and bot insights to figure out where the sort of the culprits are, maybe the bots aren't performing as well as we would like. So if we scroll down to the bottom of this page, what we can see is the in-page bot statistics. And then so if we're looking for areas to improve, we can look at trigger to discussion ratio. So if I was to filter this by triggers, I can see that the front page bot is getting a ton of triggers, so over 5,000, but only 125 have actually engaged with the bot. So there's room for significant improvement here. So let's look at the bot itself and try and figure out why this is happening and where we can maybe make some changes. So now I'm an in-page bot. I'm just going to search and that'll give us the front page 3.0 bot. And then from here, I'm just going to click edit. And then we're going to turn on optimization mode and analytics. And what that does, it gives us the traffic light system. So it shows us where the bottlenecks are and where the drop off is. So we can make those changes. So straight away, we can see that the first two blocks or nodes are red with a high drop off rate of 97%. So basically what we'd look for, anything around 95 and below is where we'd start at and hopefully get better. 97 is a little too high. So what I think we can see from this bot is that it's too slow to get into the actual conversation. So what this tells us is that people are not engaged enough at this point. If we look at the preview, we can see that there's two blocks of text and then there's just a one option, which is how exactly. So what we're relying on in this case is the prospect actually reading these bits rather than just scanning. So an improvement might be, let's front load this with actual options, maybe some more actionable prompts for the visitor to take. And if we look down through the rest of the bot, we can actually learn what information that the people want to read. So we can see from this node here, quite a lot of people are not ready to book a call yet. So they're mostly saying, I want to see some more Q&As. So a solution might be to increase engagement is to front load the bot with some of these options. So let's move some of these options to the front to try and increase that engagement, get people into the conversation. And once they're into the conversation, then we can direct them back to, I'm ready to book a call or, speak to a sales rep or book a demo. But the key here is to try and get more people actually in the discussion phase. And I feel like if we were to front load it with the Q&As, because we can see that's what most people are looking for once they come down that path. So that's just an example of how we can look at the bot to see, where the potential room for improvement is, and then how we use that data to find out what we should actually add in. And then we're going to look at a way of increasing the discussion to lead rate. So if we go to the chatbot and then we look at what has had the most discussions, but maybe not as many leads as we would like. So 819 discussions and only 49 leads is quite low. Let's look inside here and see why that may be. So again, we'll turn on optimization mode and analytics. So we can see there's a great response at the top. A lot of people are triggering this chat because the options there are what they want to know about. So they want to find out a bit more about the platform and the product and the service that we provide. Where the drop off is, if we zoom out, we can see the red node is the forum. So we can see that it's been triggered 243 times and only 25 completions. So if we click into here, what we can see is that we've asked for 5 key pieces of information. So that may be too much to ask for at once. It may be intimidating for people. So what we would suggest in this case is let's split this up and make it more conversational. And we can do that by saying, can I take your name and email address? And then we're really only asking for it in bite-sized chunks. So we can say add name and add email. And then if we do want more information like company and phone, we can just ask for those individually. So it creates more of a conversation piece rather than a static form impression. So we could say, and what company do you work for? And then finally, we could say phone. What we've done here is split it up so that even if they drop off after company or after phone, we're getting a key piece of information, which is the name and the email. And then from there, we can reach out to them with either sort of marketing journeys to warm them up, or we can go straight in with the sales emails, depending on what they've selected before. So that's one way to look at it. So we can look at splitting up the big form into something smaller and more manageable for the user, so it becomes more like a conversation.